We got another package. This one. Now this one I'm excited for. So, Flake Bender, he's over on the subreddit. So for the people who just tuning into this video who haven't watched any of my other videos, I am the main moderator over on the r/flintknapping subreddit. We host monthly napping competitions. If you want to join, there's always a little bit of prize pool that I pay for myself and stuff, so feel free to check that out. But I was talking to Mr. Flake Bender over there, and dude is good. He's real good. He makes Folsom and Clovis points that look like they're like the pictures that you imagine when you think of them. They're lovely. They're perfect. And I was talking to him and I was like, hey, would you be able to ever send me like a couple like pre-fluted preforms, or at least preforms that have the fluting platform set up on them, so that I could use them kind of as like a little bit of a reference tool, kind of like something that I can use to train myself, into something that I can use for you guys too, so I can kind of give you some visuals and stuff. So he took care of me. I traded him some of my rough Iowa rock. I'm sorry in advance if it is awful to work. That's just how it is, but you asked for it, so I'm sorry. I feel bad because I know these are going to be fantastic, but I've been waiting on this for a good while, and I am stoked to see, because this stuff's going to be awesome. Let me grab, I got them, what do we got? We got some, I think this is chalcedony. How do I want to open this? Do some, I think it's sharp. I bet it's sharp. Holy crap. This is like raw chalcedony. You can kind of see how it's like, it's got that fuzziness to it. Yeah, I tell you what, that stuff was rough to work, but boy, was it strong. Ooh, it's packaged well. Hopefully no casualties. Didn't feel like there were any casualties when I was giving it a shake. So, I'm so excited. Because like, I love that I'm able to do this sort of thing, because this is awesome. This is one of the things in the community where, you know, the passing on of knowledge and resources as well to assist with, you know, helping out to train others. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Ooh, what is that? Ooh, I don't know what that is. It's glossy though. Look at it. It almost looks like kind of petrified woody, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it's got some good translucency to it. Ooh, is it a gift flake? Did you give me a couple gift flakes? I'm pretty sure he said that there was like a flute that he included in here. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Ooh, I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is, but I don't care, because it looks beautiful inside. Look at it. Can't tell if this is Knife River or maybe like a Texas root beer. Either way, I'm stoked. I won't complain about any of that. No, no, no. No, I won't. Let me open this up just a little bit more. I gotta take another. There we go. I had to peel some of this tape back here. See, I'm trying to open it in layers because I feel like this was packaged very intentionally. Ooh, something's peeking out. Something's peeking out. What do we got? What's this? Ooh. Whoa. I don't know what that is. That looks pretty. I could make a jewelry point out of that for sure. Ooh, there's another piece of it. Oh, heck yeah. See, the good thing about working with indirect percussion is that you can use really small pieces like this. Whoa. I don't know what that is. I'm taking a close look at it. It looks beautiful. It feels very, very nice. I feel like that's going to work very, very, very well. Oh, so many treasures. Ooh. Ooh, I know what happened here. I've done me a couple of these. Yeah, send that bad boy, and that bad boy always, oh boy, does he cook, and he goes, and he dove straight down. Yep. I've done me a couple of those before. You think that it's going to be absolutely magnificent, and then just it just destroys it. But this is still good too. This is beautiful, by the way. I don't know what this is. It like reminds me of like a marble countertop. But yeah, that fluting flake. She was cruising. Well, she cruised just a little too hard. Dove right down, snap that point. Happens though. It's the name of the game sometimes when you're dealing with fluted points. You can do a lot of things right, but sometimes that luck just runs out. Let's see here. What is this? Whoa, that's a big piece. Ooh. You know, I have a knife, like an artifact knife that I found that looks like it's made out of this stuff. I don't know if this is a quartzite or like a silicified sandstone. It can keep a good edge, that's for sure. But interesting. Very, very interesting. That is going to be a challenge, but I am here for it. I kind of want to smack it. Impulse control is not my strong suit. Detour. Let me see here. I just want to do a little baby flake. I shouldn't do this without gloves. But I'm gonna do it anyways because you can't stop me. Let's take it gentle. I'm not gonna try to do anything super duper crazy. Ooh, just like that. That was kind of a little crazy. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be a challenge. I bet I could. I don't know. It flakes. It's gonna give me grief, but it flakes. Bent the copper rod by doing that. One more. Just one more, I promise. That'll be it. I want to see if I can. I kind of want to try a direct strike, but I know I'm not that good. I might try, because I don't think I can get enough speed. Where's my boy? There it is. Mike Tufts Bopper. Quality. Ooh. 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 I'm going to be able to work with this. I know I can. Was that me? I can't tell if that was me or if that was something else. Because it's like dusty in there. Fascinating. Fascinating. Yeah, I think that's just some of the bulba percussion stuff. Because it looked like it was taken off right there. And you see you got a little bit of weirdness going around in there. Interesting. That was nice. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. See, I have stuff that's like similar to. Ooh, it's got a little bit of translucency to it. That's pretty. I have stuff like this up here, but it's not quite as fine grain. It's if you want to Google pictures of it, Sioux quartzite. I wonder if this is a quartzite. Because like, if I could nap Sioux quartzite, holy smokes, I would have so much. It's everywhere. How strong are these flakes? Reasonably. Not the most, but good to know. Okay, we gotta tame the impulse control. This isn't what you guys came here to see. You didn't see me come here to suffer. Maybe you did, I don't know. You can do whatever you want. That'll be for later. Let me grab the contents of the package. Let's see here. What else do we got? Is there something in there? Am I getting pranked right now? Let me just rip this away. Oh, there she is. There she is. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dang, it held together. That's kind of impressive. Yes, sir. Man, yeah, a lovely preform. And it's got good profile consistency to it. I think it just dove. I think this was just bad luck. At least if it was me, I would have said that it was bad luck. This low spot would have kept me from doing a double flute. but that's just me. Gosh, I would cry if I did it with this material because this is beautiful. But yeah, look at that. So there, that's one piece of the puzzle right there. That fluting platform. Very interesting. I am just so baffled that that stayed together. I wonder if it stayed together because he like wraps it. I wonder if that like kept all the shock like contained and it didn't allow it to just, you know, just kind of explode apart. Because that's kind of what happens when mine fail. They like break into 3 pieces. Maybe that's just a symptom of me not being able to do it right. But yeah, okay. We're gonna look at that a little bit more here in a hot minute. What else do we got? Oh, so many treasures. So many treasures. Here's an obsidian one. So this is an unfluted one. Okay. So we got good consistency. Another thing he told me too, dull tips. Because I kind of tend to shape mine a lot before I flute it. Because, I don't know, that's just what I do. But yeah. Looks quite nice. It's got a really good central ridge on there for that flake to travel down and stay strong. And there is that fluting platform. Interesting. I know too there's like release flakes that you got to do to help kind of direct it just a little bit, or at least they help. I could be speaking out of my butt, but I don't know. This is fantastic. This also, mind you, these aren't very big, but then again, these are Folsom preforms, and if I remember correctly, or at least from the like Folsom example that I 3D printed, they aren't super duper big. I feel like Clovis points are just a bit bigger on average, but maybe I'm just wrong. Again, I could be just talking out of my butt. But yeah, these aren't like super duper big. This is like, again, 2 5/8 inches in length, not very wide. 1 1/8. So they aren't super duper big, but that is a fantastic reference. I would attempt to flute this, but that right there, that is one piece of the puzzle. Very good. That was a good one. And there's more. Can you believe it? There's more. Oh, I know what this is. Oh, Basalt Challenge series. If you guys haven't checked out that playlist, you want to watch me suffer. It is a shame that I can't use words that I wish I could use. The magical words that, you know, convey a certain sense of dissatisfaction, anger, rage. Yeah, this is some of that basalt. I got him, that was from John's Box of Rocks. I still got a big old tote. I'm going to look at it. Oh, I don't want to look at it. It makes me feel unhappy inside. I got a big old tote of that stuff. Oh, I'm probably going to have to revisit it at some point, but yeah. I'm still going to try and make something out of this, though. If a man gives you free rock, you got to use it. That's just the rules, you know? The rules. Very nice. We got another bit of this stuff. Again, I don't know what this is, but it's quite nice. It's a beautiful flake too, by the way. You chose a good one. This thing doesn't have too much of a curve to it. I can take care of the curves on the end pretty darn easily. Some of them get real curved, and like the profile is pretty darn all right. I'm not super duper worried about this median like ridge that we got kind of going on here. If it was past me, I would have been like, oh, I can't use this. I can't do it. I can't do anything to make something out of this. But if this works as good as it looks, I don't know if that's a crack or what, but if it works as good as it looks, I feel pretty confident about using that stuff. Let's see. Ooh. Oh. More of that basalt. No. That makes me itchy. I don't like looking at that. But it's okay though. It's okay. Then we got this thing. That is just pretty. Beautiful. It's lovely. anytime I keep small flakes like this, I like making jewelry points, like necklaces and stuff. I gotta make something for my mom, so I'm probably gonna end up using some of my nice stuff, my fancy stuff. You just gotta treat your mother right. She's your mother after all, right? Yeah. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Got a couple more things here. Been there, done that, Chief. And that is the, I'm guessing that this is Flint Ridge. Been there, done that. These dang crystal seams that run through. Oh, he fluted this. Ooh, that probably, God, I hope that broke when he did the flute, because I'd feel awful if it just did it like later. But that's a good flute. Look at the length. It's kind of hard to see because the white doesn't contrast super well, but there you go. Look at that. Look at the length of that thing. He's got like a hand jig that he uses. Super duper nifty. Super duper cool. But yeah, this was a bold move. I would not have been brave enough to flute this. Homeboy was far braver than I was. But yeah, I think he was going to double flute it too. Yeah. Very interesting. Now we're getting to two real pretty ones. This looks a little bit like Knife River. So this one looks like Knife River. And it also is just quite nice. There's another, I think. See, I'd still flute from a platform like that too. Maybe that's irresponsible of me. But look at the flaking there. I still would have fluted that. I would have tried. Maybe not with Knife River, because I don't know. That's a special material in my eyes. I do have some hanging out that I still want to do some stuff with, but I have other projects in mind first. But goodness, that's clarity on it. I have really no clarity to it. It's still gorgeous though. Jeez. I love this type of like dark gloss because it shows the ripples really, really well. And I'm told that copper tools and antler tools ripple differently. I don't know. I do have a wicker basket that's full of some antler tines, and I might try messing with some stuff here. But yeah, interesting. Very interesting one. And this one, look at this. Look at this. Look what he does. Look at the work that he does. This is incredible. He was gonna double flute this one too. My goodness. That low spot would scare me. This low spot would scare me to half to death, but maybe, I don't know. This dude's good. Mr. Flake Bender is skilled. Back in the day, he probably would have been the 1% of the 1%. Finding his points would have made me jump up and down and scream like a little girl. But my goodness, look at that. This one, it's like it's fluted all the way, and it's a 2 3/8 inch point. What do we got for width? Oh, shade under an inch. Like an inch, or like 3/4 of an inch, maybe a bit more. Yeah, look at that. And it's a good fluting platform too. This is another really good reference. See how prominent it is? You ground it down. So those are the release flakes that like pop up into there. Because like I've seen release flakes done two different ways. I've seen them like, where is it? Where is it? I need my, I'm using it as a bookmark right now. I have a little pointer. I've seen release flakes where they do them this way, where they flake into here to kind of make like a V to help with the flake detachment. And these ones are kind of brought inwards, and I'm sure it works either way. Maybe it's a little bit different for Folsoms and Clovises, but regardless, this is still quite fantastic. And like profile-wise, you know, like I said, that little spot probably would have made me chicken out, but still quite good. It's like the big thing that I always kind of struggle with was finding like the height of the platform, like where to place it on the point profile, because sometimes I put it too close to the middle, and that's when you get the dives, and it just, you know, blows itself up. And then sometimes I do a little bit too high, and it would just kind of, it'd make a flute, but it'd be a chintzy one, and it'd only be like about that big. But that's also a symptom of using indirect. Because I've been talking to the dude too. He's just like a wealth of knowledge. It's crazy. I wish I could sit next to him at a knapping, because he's just filled with so much knowledge and information. But yeah, I've been told that a symptom of using indirect is that your bulb of percussion tends to be a bit wider due to the force, whereas with like your kind of the sort of like hand jig setup that he has, it's not like a standing floor jig like a Salzburg. Yeah, Salzburg jig, one of those two. It's got like a big lever on it. I'm not much of a big fan of those because it just seems clunky, and I can't really record what I do if I'm doing this because, you know, I have to set it up. I like kind of the more hand jig style ones, kind of like he has, and his system clearly works. I mean, look at this. I mean, there's multiple ones. There's multiple instances that we have here. I mean, this is unfluted, but still, we're going to count it anyways because it's gorgeous. And we're going to admire this man's magnificent work. I'm still so impressed by this one that it stayed together. That's just crazy to me. I think there's like a Clovis artifact too that you can get from Lithics Casting Lab that's exactly like this. But yeah, hold on. Let's just get a line up here. I gotta organize using my fingers. I don't want to drop none of them. And we could get a thumbnail. Hold on. Let me see here. Yeah? Beautiful. But yeah, he does some just really good work. And these are going to be fantastic teaching tools for us. I'm going to use these to death. They're so nice. They're so nice. He just does such a good job. Yeah. That's what we got. Oh, I'm just so intrigued by this one because, again, you get to see like the full thing. You get to see the fluting platform. You get to see that bad boy travel. And then just wha-pow. Many swears would have been said, but if I was on camera, I'd restrain myself. I'd just get really, really red and hot. But yeah, these are just phenomenal. This is a phenomenal package. I am so stoked. So stoked for these. And I'm going to use them too. I have another package that I need to do unboxing on. And while it might be bold of me, the guy who sent it to me, he did request that I do something paleo. And who am I to not at least try, even though... Well, now looking at the box, I'm assuming I have a fair bit in there, so I might be able to try, and it might be a great opportunity to use some of these preforms to just kind of try it out and see what it's like, because this is fantastic. I know it's one thing to be able to get to this point, and then it's another thing to actually have it work. And I do have to remember that I'm using different tools, so my results might not be as magnificent as this. But I have been trying to work on like a 3D printed hand jig that I want to try and put together and use for this sort of thing. Something that I can like kind of stash in my back pocket, or at least keep in my toolbox, because again, I don't really like the big standing floor jigs. They're just meh. I also have new pressure flakers. The ones that I currently use, these are version 2.0. I'm moving on to version 3.0 because these ones, they require a lot of wrist, and my newer ones, they have a bit of an extended handle, so I can jam it up against my body and actually use my body weight to do some stuff. But yeah, that'll be something for another video as well. I just wanted to make sure to get this unboxing video done because, one, I can't contain myself, and I was just so flippin' excited to see what these are like, and two, I want to be able to use these for the other project, or not the other project, the other dude stuff, so that I can try to make a fluted point. See if he likes it and stuff. But yeah, Mr. Flakebender, you have taken immensely good care of me. These are incredible and fantastic in all of the ways. I am just tickled. I am absolutely tickled by how nice these are. My goodness. Yeah, they're going to be so helpful. Because it's one thing to like try and do it off of a picture, and it's another thing to actually have something that you can look off of. Even the failures are a good thing to look at. And they're just neat. They're just neat to look at. But yeah. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. I appreciate the preforms, and I appreciate the material. I will put it to good use. I will try to make videos on it. No promises that I will be able to make something out of this. I'm going to try, and I will do my darndest. But, yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it heaps, man. You will be seeing these on the channel a lot. A lot. Here, let's see, maybe we can do a fun little assemblage for the thumbnail instead, because I want to try to get in some of the cool stuff. I got big hands, so this ain't nothing to me. There we go. It's good to have a couple different thumbnail photos, because sometimes I'm indecisive and I can't choose. In fact, let's do another one. Y'all gotta just kind of hang on for the ride with me, because, you know, you're watching the video. There we go. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. These are fantastic. These are absolutely phenomenal, and I will be using them as teaching tools, not just for me, but for everybody on this channel. So be sure to express some great appreciation and thanks to Mr. Flakebender. Again, it's over on the Reddit. It's a u/flake_bender. Fantastic, just a fantastic dude. He's awesome. Wonderful napping skill, and he's very generous and very, very knowledgeable. So yeah, I appreciate it, man. Tune in for next time when I explode some points.